Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and on today's video we're going to create an app that asks 5 questions, and at the end the user gets their results. So the background of the app is flashcards are popular study tool and can be used to test knowledge on various subjects. In this app, users will answer flashcard questions for history, score the responses, and get the feedback at the end. We're gonna develop a native Android app using Kotlin within Android Studio to help users study with flashcards. The app will present questions, loop through each flashcard, and provide a score based on the user's answers. There must be 5 questions, and yeah. So on the first, we're gonna have an app that has different pages. We're not gonna use one main activity. We are gonna use 3 main activities, but it's also okay to use a main activity for each question. That's also okay, but I did it in a way that is much simple and easier, but you can find another video under. Okay, so we're gonna use 3 pages, as I have said. On the first page is gonna be the welcome screen that just has a brief description of the app and a welcome message, and then a start button to begin the quiz. And then on the second page is gonna be mainly the flashcard questions with true or false buttons and the next button. The next, as in like next button. And when the user clicks on the button of, let's say, for instance, true, and the answer is wrong, it's gonna show a little pop-up message of incorrect. And then on the third screen, it's gonna be the score screen. The score screen, basically, it's gonna give you overall your total, your out of 5 mark, and it's gonna give you like maybe a little yana message that says congratulations, you tried your best, type of thing. And yeah, we're gonna have another a review button, rate button, as I've said, as you can call it. Unfortunately, I did not explain how to do different pages on one app, but on the next video I'm gonna mainly focus on that. But all you need to know is just that you just need to go to your layout, right click, and you're gonna select new, and then when you go to your new, it's gonna show you different types, and you just have to click on activity and empty views activity. If you click on the empty views activity, it's gonna give you like the start where you begin the app coding, and then that's where you give it a different name, not main activity, and it's gonna like pop up on your main activity page, if you understand. Alright, so on the first page, as I've said, we're gonna have a description, and then we're gonna have the app's name and the one button. And it's not necessary to declare your message and then the app's name, because there's nothing to declare. So only on our main activity, we are mainly going to declare our button next, and then we are gonna use val intent to make your button next be intend to move to the next page. And then on your class, on your class, you're supposed to write the name of the second page, right? So giving it instructions, could see, should it go to the next page? This is the next page, Okay, so on our activity name of page 2, we're mainly gonna have our text view. We're gonna have, I would say, 2 text views, because one text view you're gonna use it for the question, and then the other text view you're gonna use it for like incorrect, correct answer. And then you're gonna have 3 buttons: true, false, and next button, right? And then the tricky part. It's not tricky. I feel like you should have time, and you should take time to like get over your coding, like understand your coding, right? So on the second page, we're mainly going to use methods, arrays, and I use the array of questions. So instead of like going different pages, like instead of making 5 separate pages for questions, why not do it on one page and use methods, you know? And I like to say that you should use, please follow the guide on how to use methods, any type of guide, but I would prefer the Codecamp Master website, right? Okay, so your arrays, you're gonna write your arrays on before your override funds on create, right? And okay, and then under that you're gonna write your variables. You're gonna like declare variables, and then we are gonna use fun check answer, fun go to next, right? But instead of using fun go to next, you can also use the valentine to move to the next question, but I would prefer to use fun go to next, right? And then your fun check answer is mainly where if the user says true and the question is true, it should show correct. And then if the user said true and the question is false, then your app is gonna show incorrect, and meaning it's not gonna give the answer. It's not gonna give the mark of the question, right? And basically your index is your pluses. Is your pluses where your pluses are like +1, +1, +1. Like if you get your answer correct, that's where it gives you pluses, right? Okay, so on the third page, okay, we're trying to be creative here. So then that's where we decided to like, no, let's add a rating bar. So you're gonna add a rating bar, and it takes you for your rating bar, so it can show to you rated our app on 4.5 stars, right? And you're gonna have a button for your ratings, because basically if you press on the stars, it's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna rate. It's not gonna do. You're just shadowing the stars only, right? And then we're gonna have the results button. The results button basically is gonna show you overall your high score out of the 5 questions that you answered. And then we're gonna have an exit button. Exit button will be mainly about how to, like, at the end of every question, you are going to get to your last page, and then the exit button is gonna like not crash per se, but it's gonna close the app. And then it's where like we start the app again. It's gonna give you back to the first page. Okay. Well, as I've said, the button exit is, you have to use the array or method, or you can use the method of finish up, but you can use again the return. I'm not quite sure, but it's return something, but I use the finish up button. And yeah, the rating thing, it's gonna give you, it's not a hassle, to be honest, but it does work. All you need to do is make sure that your coding is correct and you put everything on the way it's supposed to be, because one wrong mistake, your app is not going to work, or it's going to have errors, or something bad is going to happen on your app. So right now we're gonna run our emulator and check if our app is working according to how we want it to work. So right now I'm selecting my app name, whatever, and here it is. Okay, so to insert a picture on our app, it's gonna be on a different video, but you can watch it on my channel, right? And so basically, this is me answering the questions, even though I know them by head. But I try to give myself some wrong answers, and yeah, just to see if the work is working, the app is working, and it is working because the questions is just popping up after I select. It's saying next and not what, and then the results. Okay, I got my 4 out of 5. You passed the quiz. Congratulations! And I'm just rating the app out of 4. I mean 4 stars. And when I press the exit button, it takes me out of the app. But thank you guys for watching my video. Until next time, bye.